Good morning from beautiful Paris, and it really is truly beautiful today. You gotta check this out. I'm busy shooting sunrise, and if you're wondering why I'm not even wearing any clothes, it's because, well, I didn't even have to leave my hotel room to catch a beautiful sunrise. The view's amazing, and sunrise is perfectly in the background. You gotta check this out. So good. Let me show you guys this in detail. So this is my setup for today's sunrise shoot. My bed, that's where I'm gonna be chilling. Got the tripod set up just there. And there's the camera. But let's talk about the subject, because that's more important in photography. Look at this. Got the whole of La Défense, with the Grand Arch over here, just looking beautiful. And using my wide angle to capture all of this. Check out these beautiful sunrise tones in the background. I mean, that's just incredible. Backlit behind the arch. So what I'm doing is bracketing my shots, where I'm shooting some brighter ones, but then mixing that up with some progressively darker shots as well, which you can see here. And then later in Lightroom or Photoshop, I don't know yet, I'm going to blend the two together, where I take the dark photos of the sky and then retain all the details in the foreground of one of the brighter image, blend the two, and then that should make for a great photo, because that's what the human eye also sees. You're able to see all the details of the buildings while seeing all the glow in the sky as well. So by merging two photos together, it actually gives you a more natural look than you could ever accomplish with one photo. So some people might say Photoshop is cheating and stuff. I see it very different, because all I'm doing is replicating what you see in nature as a human. So to me, that's always the more beautiful approach. I think I'm going to take another nap, rest up a bit, because yesterday was a pretty heavy day. Only arrived in Paris in the morning after 3 hours of sleep, because I took the first train here. So definitely think on a Sunday morning I deserve a little bit of a lie-in, plus a nice little sunrise to match. And there'll be a lot more photography and exploring Paris later today, and we'll figure that out then. See you in a bit. And we're back. So it's the early evening now, and heading out to, of course, catch the sunset. I'm way too predictable, I guess, because that's what I always do. And yeah, the plan is to head over to the Louvre, because that's an amazing sight. I've never tried it at sunset before, actually. Sunrise before and at night, but never at sunset. So definitely keen to try something new and get that going. And yeah, the reason why the vlog started at sunrise is only resuming now at sunset is because I don't really shoot during the day. Yesterday was super exhausting, running around the whole day, but a lot of fun as well. But today I just felt really tired and got a long week of work ahead of me as well, so just recouping the energy on a Sunday, but didn't want to stay inside all day, especially not on beautiful weather like this. And so gonna head outside, make the most of this evening, and really happy to take you along with me. So let's hop in the metro and head over to the Louvre. Also decided to put on some clothes in the end, by the way, so definitely a good look when you're heading out to the city and mingling amongst the society as a whole. But yeah, clothes are always a good idea. And here we are at the Louvre, so it's really difficult to get a good shot here because it's literally just swarming with people everywhere, and that's always the case unless you come here at a stupid o'clock, like very early in the morning, or come here very late at night. So I really hope this wasn't a mistake coming here, but with the weather being so perfect, I mean, just look at that. There it is. I mean, that's stunning. So I'm going to take my chances anyway, try to get a couple good shots here, and we're better for it afterwards. I mean, you just got to try and go for it, right? This touching the tip of the pyramid thing, I think that's so incredibly lame. Every time I come to Paris, 1,000 people on the square are doing that, and I think, like, at least try to find something original. Or yeah, I mean, that's only second to leaning on the Leaning Tower of Pisa, so dumb, but I guess whatever makes you happy, go for it. So I think this is a good spot to set up shop. I'm gonna set up my tripod here and then start taking shots of this beautiful sunset. I mean, with that sky, oof, I mean, you can't really go wrong. So let's try get the camera all set up and start clicking away. So I've chosen to set the camera up over here, reason being it's perfectly symmetrical. So just like the building itself actually. So you got both wings of the building here, sunset in the background, and the pyramid perfectly lined up. Both pyramids is how I aimed it. So I kept walking from side to side until I saw that this tip of the pyramid is perfectly lined up with that one, and that's where I need to set the camera up. And then also, I think it was strategic to put it just right at the top of the stairs, because there's a lot of people here getting their shots because it's just beautiful, come on. And you don't want them to keep standing right in front of your camera. So if you have the stairs right in front of you, they're less likely to stand there, but rather somewhere here on the sides. So that was my thought process anyway. And right now I'm using the 18mm wide angle lens, which is my widest lens, and it's just fitting in this building over here, as well as the tip of that one, and of course the pyramid and the whole square. So definitely think this is the right lens choice. And then throughout the evening I've been taking various shots, bracketing to get the sky exposed, kind of like this, fast shutter speed, combined with some slower shutter speed shots, which got you the foreground perfectly exposed. Later I'm going to blend them in Lightroom and Photoshop. And then also at the moment doing some long exposures with some filters as well. So this one's actually been running for some time, so I should probably cancel that one. Let's see if that's any good. Looks promising. I'll have to review it on the computer later. So it's gotten considerably darker now and the sunset's almost long gone. It's just the last bit of afterglow remaining in the sky. But the important thing that I wanted to point out is, now that it's gotten darker, all the lanterns in the square have come on, which just looks incredibly beautiful. And now my strategy for tonight was to leave the tripod in the exact same spot, with the camera in the exact same spot as well, with focus locked onto the pyramid the entire time. So I switched the camera over to manual focus. Well, this is a manual focus lens anyway, but if you're using an autofocus lens, just switch it to manual focus once you found your focus. And then throughout the evening I've been taking shots the whole time, and of course the conditions have been changing. So when we first arrived, it was peak sunset, a lot of light left in the sky, and it looked incredibly beautiful. But now the lights have come on in the pyramid and with the lanterns on the side, of course, so that's also beautiful. And because I've got all these pictures from the exact same position, my plan is afterwards to perhaps merge a few, so get the peak sunset in, but then combine that with the lanterns on the side as well as the pyramid lit up. So I think that could be really beautiful and a little bit surreal, because that's not what you can see ordinarily with your own eyes. So that kind of time blending is pretty cool. And even if I don't end up doing it, at least I have the option by having stayed in the same position the whole time. So it's definitely been an exercise in patience, because usually I'm the kind of guy who takes a few shots here, moves around, changes lens, tries from there, and moves around, tries a few different angles. But I just thought I'd try something different and try evolve my photography a bit, and that's why I've been going for this time blending approach and had to stay put the whole time. So not just a lesson in photography, but also a lesson in patience. But now that the lanterns have come on and I've got that shot, I think I'm going to pack this up, and I'm going to try some different angles, because I came all the way to Paris, so I do want to try some different things as well. Maybe move around the back of the square over here and try out that. So I've walked around the side of the pyramid, and this will be my final shot for tonight. I found this water pool here, and if you get the camera as low as possible to the water, I can't get it crazy low admittedly because the tripod doesn't extend that far down, but the lower you go, the better your reflection will be, and that's how I've set up. So got the focusing on the pyramid, of course, and then trying to capture these buildings on the side as well, and they're using the wide angle lens, so that's working pretty well. And then because as you can see, the lights are looking kind of yellow at the moment, and for that I'm using a special light pollution filter that cuts through that yellow glow and makes the light a little bit crisper, a little bit more blue and purplish, which is just a personal preference, but that's the setup I've gone with, and let me show you guys the final results. So I'd say this evening's been a huge success. That was one of the most beautiful sunsets I think I've ever seen. Definitely one of the most beautiful I've seen in Paris, because it can be very grey here and very cloudy, so it's tough to sometimes get a very good sunset here, or a sunset at all. But tonight's one was beautiful because you just got that those high level clouds, which just really bring out all the perfect tones with the sun dipping on the horizon and just illuminating those clouds in all kinds of colors of orange and red, just so beautiful, and it also adds a lot of texture to the sky, which I absolutely love. And then as the evening turned to night, I mean, we got the pyramid and the Louvre all lit up very beautifully. And we've got another really good shot over there, which I'm super happy about. But now that it's night, I think it's time to draw this day to a close and also end this vlog. So those of you who've been watching this vlog for some time will know that I'm not a big fan of night shots, even though you guys would love me to do a night tutorial at some point, which I will do in future. But tonight is not the night for that. Tonight we're calling it a day. So I'd like to say thank you for watching, and I appreciate your support in growing this little community we've got going here. So hit that like button and drop a comment below, because I'd love for this channel to grow even further. And yeah, if you're new around here, do give me a subscribe button if you'd like to see future videos just like this, probably in London, where I spend most of my time, but also various places all over the world where I travel and take photos and share my experiences with you guys. So can't wait to see what the future holds and make future videos for you guys. But for now, good night.